Now it's time to demonstrate the blocking actions that I showed just in the previous video with an actual person. Now, the first thing I'll go over is that you notice in the stances, and when I demonstrated the basic defenses, how my arms are nice and wide out like this. There's a reason for that. One can keep their hands close, one can cover. The only problem there is that there are still targets. I'm here, I cover this way, that can slide around and hit. I've got my arms here, that can slide. Maybe if I'm on this side, it comes off across my hook, bang, and so forth. So, for me, using that kind of stance as a defense is not so good. I open up my arms this way. When I open up my arms this way, you notice the first thing you see this great big hole. Great big opening. But the fascinating thing is that when you're punching, you have to get past this hand or you have to get past this hand. And on a circular move, the arms have got to go way wide in order to clear the arm, in order to strike me. That's why I've got my hands like this. Now, we'll go into the different types of defenses. The first one I demonstrated was the front five. There's a reason for this. Instead of him throwing a punch, and I do a side parry, which is very, very effective, what I found is if I have students go forwards, they actually intercept the punch much further out away from the body. So instead of, let's say, a side five, which is like this, which is how I've taught it before, I do a front five, so you end up meeting the punch. If he throws the other punch, so we've got here, here, I intercept the punch when it's quite a ways away from me. Now, one interesting thing you probably just noticed is that this hand handled this hand handled this hand. In any of the blocking or the defending that I use, I do what I call same side. He throws the punch here, bang, I've got this. On this same side here, he throws the punch here, I've got the same thing. Now, a variation of the front five is what I call sideways. The nice thing about sideways is I picked Tom specifically for this because he's bigger than I am. He's got bigger arms, power punch, so I may want a stronger block. The nice thing is that I don't have to wind up for the block. I'm right here, there's the twist, and there's the twist, there's the twist, there's the twist. If he goes low, I can take it with my lower arm. So I don't have to drop it down, I don't have to try and do this sort of thing. Boom, the elbow comes in. After that was demonstrating sideways and down. Now the sideways and down is your basic low block, but the key thing here is that if he's kicking, I don't want to drop my arm on his leg. Smaller set of bones, larger set of bones in the shin bone. What I want to do is I want to swat it sideways. But there isn't any way that I'm going to drop down and push it sideways like this. I get kicked square in the face. So if the elbow covers past the middle and then I sweep out when he throws the kick, I can actually sweep it off to the side. Comes across and so forth. Now, if you imagine this, the kick is coming towards my stomach, my arm gets on the other side of the kick before I drop it down and I push it aside. Okay? Here's the target, or here's the aim, crosses, elbow goes past, do this so you can see it easier, elbow goes past, bang, then you drop and you go. Those are the main defenses. Now, there's several others that I did, and I'll go ahead and demonstrate them briefly. One of them, like I said, is the roof, or what is commonly called the rising block. I only use that for if somebody wings a high bolo punch and he comes over the top. Okay, I've got this. Every once in a while the kids will do a hammer fist punch. Good. We use the roof to handle that. I also mentioned about the wall or the high guard. This is against your hooking punches. He already has to come wide because my arms are out so far. So he throws, there's the one, he throws, there's another. Very, very simple. Now, the last one is an interesting one, and I use it against back kicks and side kicks, and it is what I call 10 down. 10 fingers going straight down. Arms are like this, the arms fall over, and I've got them in a side-by-side position like this, and just as if I'm bouncing a basketball, I pop it down and come back up. Just like that. The nice thing is that the legs are not, go ahead and pick it up and extend the kick. The thigh position is not strong against a downward push this way. The kick is powerful coming out like that, but on the leg raises, it's not a strong position, which means if he comes and he either throws the side kick or the back kick, it's very easy to shove down. Now, when I execute this, just to be safe, because the back kick is very powerful, the side kick, if it's done in a thrust fashion, is very powerful. Okay, if I get hit, it's not going to feel good. So if I use a slide backward in conjunction with the 10 down, then what I've got is I've got distance and I've got the defense. Those are the basic defenses that we teach all of the beginners in the Anderson Martial Arts karate system.